evening, depending on when you are watching me and where you are watching me from. This is Catching Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We come to find love, come to find relationship, come to find connection, come to find soulmates, and learn how to make our relationships to become sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. Okay? Today we are here to talk about what small little things we can do to spice up our relationship, to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. And today we are going to make akara. It's a delicacy. It's a delicacy in Nigeria, akara and akamu, or momoy and akamu, or bread and akara. When they tell you about Nigerian sausage, at times we use bread and put akara inside it. It's a nice delicacy. So this akara is what we're going to practicalize now. If you are there, let me know you are there, because I'm not going to use any particular special method to make it. We just do it and make a breakfast for our loved ones. Instead of always going out to eat, we can do one or two things in the house, and that's what we're interested in, to bring it together, to bring it to the family, to make the family to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and make our relationship to be sweet. That's what we're interested in. So everything that can help us to achieve this is what we're interested in. So today we're going to learn how to make akara and akamu. Okay, just a quick breakfast in the Nigerian context. So we're going to practicalize now. So what akara is actually will I call it buns made from beans. Okay, and it's nice. It's a good proteinous food. When you are having issues with high carbohydrate problems, you are advised to reverse to mainly protein, and beans is good. It's a good alternative. And if you can make it with if I can eat the beans like normal beans, or you can use it to make akara, I use it to make moi moi, I use it to make pudding of beans. It's a better alternative. At least to spice up the food. You won't have to be feeling that every day I'm eating the same, every day I'm eating the same. You can spice it up. So let's see. Since the akara is made with beans, these beans in the local level we usually have we go and start washing, peeling it, cleaning it, removing the shell. But this one, excuse me, this one I'm using the one that has already been cleaned. Has been cleaned. See it. Let me just bring it out a little bit for you to see. This one has been cleaned. The back is not there again, the back. So that's what I'm using. You can use you can use this type, you can use any brand. They are everywhere in the grocery stores, or you can buy the one that hasn't been peeled. You soak it inside water. You can use your blender. This is the beans we're using now. Okay? But the one I'm talking about, if you buy the one that has not been peeled, you just soak it inside water, put inside your blender, put plenty water in it, put it on, it will switch it around, and it will help you to, you'll be able to remove the shell with ease. Okay. Then this one I've already cleaned it. It has been, I bought the one that is clean already, and I've just soaked it. You have to soak it inside water so that it will be soft, so you'll be able to blend it. So I've already soaked it inside water, and it's soft enough to be blended. You introduce it. We are making this akara. This is the beans. This is the beans. I've already soaked the beans. It's soft. See how soft it is. Make sure it's so that you can easily break it with your fingers. Then that's when you be sure that it is soft enough to be blended. Now some people use pepper, dry pepper. You can use dry pepper for the akara. You can use fresh pepper, but I like using fresh pepper. But even though I'm using fresh pepper, I like it roasted so that I reduce some liquid content. I remove some liquid. Then you use onions too. Some people use raw onions, but I like my onions a bit roasted so that it will not have too much liquid in it. So then you need your seasoning. You can use ordinary salt, but I like using this. Instead of using salt, I would rather use this. Of course, you will now put everything in the blender, blend it, make sure everything rhymes. Then you now add a little liquid to make sure it comes up, and you when it's smooth, when it's very smooth, you can use a spoon to scoop it and introduce it into your oil. Meanwhile, while we're doing all this, let's put on the fire so that our oil will start getting heated, so that we'll come and start waiting for it when we're ready. Just put on the fire. We're using any kind of pan. It doesn't have to be any special frying pan. It doesn't have to be any kind of special frying pan, because this one is quite shallow, but the oil is enough to be able to make the food to come out well. You use enough oil that will make your food to come out well. So you can now introduce the beans inside the blender. Enough quantity, not too much, not too small. Introduce just enough so that you'll be able to blend it and make it okay. See, not too much, not too small. Then you introduce liquid into it, put water enough to be able to grind it. You grind it first, you blend the beans first, blend it first before you start adding other things, so that you make sure you've got it right. See, put it inside the blender, and just put it on. There we go. It needs a little bit of liquid to make it to blend. It's a bit tight. It needs a little bit of more liquid. It needs a little bit of liquid more to make it to blend. Why you don't put too much liquid is because you have to fry it. If you put too much liquid, you won't be able to. It won't come out well. Sorry. You make sure it's smooth. Try to make it smooth so that the akara will come out well. So you blend it again. It's time to introduce your condiments. It's time to introduce the condiments. See how smooth it is. Okay. Remember, we are using pepper, onions, and seasoning. You can use salt. In short, we use salt, but I decided to use seasoning instead of salt. I'm using seasoning, and depending on how you want it. If you want it very pepperish, you add more pepper. If you want it just moderate, you add a little, depending on your taste, of course. Now, so I'm just going to add pepper because this my onions. I roasted it because I don't want too much liquid in the akara. I roasted the onions, just put inside microwave and drained out some liquid. And the same thing with my pepper. I roasted the pepper too. Okay, you see it. I roasted the pepper too. So I'll introduce just enough to give it the required taste, the taste that I want. Okay, just that, and you can now add your seasoning. Add your seasoning to your taste. Don't add too much so that you don't spoil your food. I think this much. Just use your discretion. Of course, you can test it. When you finish, you can taste it and know whether it is the exact taste you want. If it's not the exact taste, you can add more seasoning. It's better you don't add too much. Then you need a little bit of liquid to blend it in. A little bit of liquid. Remember, our oil is on the fire, getting heated. Our oil is on the fire, it's getting heated. We reduce the fire in case it is too much, because you don't want the... Oh, it's very hot already, so we'll reduce the fire. So we are blending. We're now going to blend all the things. I'm making not money. I'm making akara. You know, Mama, you remember. I can see you living. You are a full member. You know what I'm doing. For you to know Mama, that means you are a member. Kudos. And yeah, indigenous. It is actually purely indigenous. Only that we are not using the mortar to turn it. We used to turn it in the village, and we are not using hand to scoop it. I know. I want to make it. Yeah. You remember? Thumbs up. So you just grind it. Wow. It should be ready now. should be ready now for frying. Try to make sure the content are in one place so that you'll be able to scoop everything out at once. Okay. This is how it looks after blending. As I said, you can test it. Nothing wrong with testing it to make sure you have the taste you want. If it's not the kind of, or maybe there's no salt, or the pepper is not enough, or the salt is not enough, you can add more and blend again. There's nothing wrong with it. So let's go to the fire and see what we can do then. Let's see how we can fry it. Then first of all, check if the fire is too much. If the fire is too hot, if the oil is too hot, it will spoil the akara. So just introduce a little bit. I think it's okay. I hope you can see me. So you now scoop your akara and put inside the oil. Gently, gently. Otherwise it will scatter everywhere. I hope you can see me. I reduced the fire already. So I'm seeing that it's needing more fire. So I've increased the fire. This is akara made with beans. It's a very good delicacy for people who are trying to avoid much carbohydrate intake. And this platform is kechysvibes platform. We will come to find love, come to find connection, come to find relationship, and learn how to make our relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. If you are there and you want a partner, you can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your genotype, blood group, what you do for a living, describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner might even be there, the comment section waiting for you. The connection will just take place immediately. So today we are also learning on this platform. We also learn some little things, little delicacies we can do to spice up our relationship. So from time to time we bring out some delicacies to learn. You can use it to surprise your partner. You can use it to surprise your children. You can use it to surprise your friends, just to spice up the relationship. You people can do it together. It's a way of bringing families together, bringing friends together, for them to carry out some activities together and bond better. So that's why we're doing it. And if you even learn how to make it, you may not even bother buying all those things from the market, because this one, when I make this, I can keep it. It can stay in the house for like 1 week, 2 weeks. So last is in the freezer. Anytime I want to take it, or anytime anybody wants to eat akara, the person will just bring it out and use microwave and warm it, and it makes a good meal anytime. So you can make it when you are not busy. Just make it and keep in the house so that you always have it. It's for everybody. Anybody can eat it. It's friendly. So that is what I'm making today. And as I said, we are going to use a pap to eat it. The pap we are going to use is Akamu. This Akamu, the way to make it, there's a video somewhere that I practicalize how to make Akamu. If you want to learn how to make it, it's just a matter of adding. This one is in powder form. Back in the days, we usually use already made, the ones that are fresh. These ones have been processed, have been made to be dry. So it's dry now, so you can use it anytime, anywhere. So, but back in the days, most times we didn't even know pap could be in dry form. We're buying fresh from the market, or we're making the pap by ourselves. We call it akamu. We're making it by ourselves. So you just take a little bit of it, form a paste with it in water, and boil your water. Make your water, bring your water to the boiling point. Bring your water to the boiling point, then you pour it inside the pap gradually. You see, I practicalize in one of the videos that I'll drop after this. You turn it gradually until it starts forming, until it becomes thick. When it becomes thick and the color changes, you know that you have made your pap. It's time for you to introduce your sweetener. If you like, you can add honey to it. If you like, you can add sugar. If you like, you can add any kind of sweetener. If you don't want to add a sweetener, fine. Eat it that way. It's quite equally good. So that's how to make akamu. Or you can use custard. It doesn't have to be akamu alone. You can use custard to our akara. Is turning out fine. It's turning out beautifully. It's almost done. It's almost cooked. It's almost cooked. I'll just bring it close so that you see what it looks like. See what it looks like. Yummy, 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 yummy akara. Yummy akara, very fine. As I said, you can make it and preserve it for up to 2 weeks. Nothing happens to it. Eat it anytime you want. Just take it out, put it in the microwave, and can eat it anytime. So it is ready now. Our akara is ready. So where are you watching me from, please? Can I know where you're watching me from? And how do you make your own akara? How do you make your own? Do you also use them? So now akara is ready. We'll now turn off the fire so that it doesn't bring a problem, because we are having another batch to make. So this is how it looks. Very fine, very yummy. Okay. Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. This looks delicious. Wow, this is our akara, and I said we use akamu to eat it. Or like yesterday night, I had some. I used this steamed custard. Steamed custard. You can use anything, any pap, any tea, even tea. You can use it to eat your akara. And some people even use gari. Back in the days, you can use gari. If you know gari, soak gari inside water, and it's fine with the akara. Some people use bread. Like, as I said, we used to call it burger. Is it African burger? I don't know the name they used to call it. You just bring out your bread, 2 slices of the bread like this. Put the akara in between the bread. Close it. It makes a wonderful meal. Or you can just fold it in like this. And it's super. Which of them do you want to practicalize? This is awesome. You can use bread to eat it. I'm not eating any food now. I'm not hungry. I just wanted to show you. It can be any kind of bread. Some people even open the bread, make a hole in the bread and stuff the akara inside the bread, squeeze it in and be eating. Very sweet and nice. Can use a glass of juice or any kind of fizzy drink if you would like it to eat your akara and bread sausage. So, or do they used to call it burger? I don't know exactly. But akara is a very nice meal. It's very healthy. You can make moimoi, like my sister here asked whether I'm making moimoi. I have never made it before, but I love Nigerian food. I have to order it from a restaurant. I need to learn how. Very easy to make. You don't need to order if you don't want to, even though it might take a little bit of practice to be able to get used to it, to get it right. But it's very easy to make. As I said, this is the finished product. This is the akara that I've. What ingredients are needed? Only onions and pepper and seasoning. That's all. Pepper, onion, seasoning, or salt if you want salt. But I don't like salt, so I use seasoning. Pepper, onion, seasoning, beans that has been cleaned for you already. Get it in these shops. Like this one has been cleaned. See the beans in the pack. I bought the one that has been cleaned. I just soaked it inside water and made it to sit inside water until I'm able to, I left it to be inside water to get soft until I'm able to cut it with my fingers. Once you're able to, cut the beans with your fingers with ease, that means it's ready. You introduce it into your blender. We're making another set because I said I usually make plenty. When I make plenty, I keep it. Is something I can use for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on, I can decide to eat akara in the afternoon. I can decide to eat it in the night or any time at all. And it makes a nice meal anytime you want to eat it. Very easy to make. Just watch me make it again, because since you say you used to buy it, maybe if you make it and keep it in the house, nothing happens to it. As I say, you can put it inside your freezer, let it sit there for as long as it likes. So long as it's inside the freezer, it will be okay. I introduce water to it. This is the beans. I just added water to be able to blend it. Not too much water. That is one of the things that practice will help you to perfect. For you to know the quantity of water to add, so that it will not come out too watery. When it's too watery, you might not be able to blend it, or you might not be able to scoop it inside the fire. So after covering it, blend it. Just hold on. You blend it. It's a okay, yeah, very easy. Just watch me. You practice. Assuming maybe if you want us to do it together, you let me know at the comment section. Tell me the date to be available. Buy your ingredients. We'll do it together. I'm doing my own. You're doing your own. You're asking questions. I answer until you get it perfectly well. Okay. Remember, it's only the beans that is here. It's only the beans that I put inside the blender. It's only the beans alone. Okay, it has blended to some extent. So I now want to introduce my pepper. Remember, this my onions. I purposely roasted my onions because I don't like it too watery. So you introduce your pepper and then your onions. Put the onion inside the blender. I think I want to add more pepper because the pepper might be too small for it. Add a little bit of pepper. So after this, I'll just add my seasoning. As I said, you can use salt. Seasoning can be salt, but I decided to be using this. Just add enough to give you the taste you deserve or the taste you desire. Some people like something that's very salty. And when you are doing this, watch out for your fire. If you put it on so that by the time you are through, your oil is ready for you to start off immediately, or you wait and get everything done one after the other. You add a little bit of water to it so that it will not be too hard. It will give you a soft. Okay, cut up. Okay, so that's it. I'll answer you later, please. Let me just. Okay. You blend it. You can drop all your information there, please. I can see you indigenous. You can drop your information there. I'll pick it up from there. So you blend it and make sure that make sure it's well blended. Then bring it out. As I said, you can as well test it. You can test it to make sure the taste is what you want. If it's not as tasty as you want, or maybe the salt is not enough or pepper is not enough, feel free to add more at any time. It is very healthy to taste it. Even though I won't want to swallow it because it's not cooked. I know it's beans. Okay. So I think we'll test our fire again. It's ready. We'll now start introducing the akara. This is the second stage we're making now. Introduce it in the fire. You introduce it gently. Make sure you put everything at the same place. Otherwise, you will not have a smooth paste. Very fine akara. Will you want to practicalize it? Very delicious and very nice meal for people that are trying to watch their weight, don't want to eat too much of carbohydrate, but they want to eat well. This is what you use to augment your food, to support yourself so that you will avoid too much of carbohydrate food. This is pure protein. The oil might be an issue, but when you use a healthy oil, like you use the olive oil or use sunflower oil, those ones are less fattening. You will have your good results without necessarily adding the weight that you're afraid of. Okay, so this is the second batch we have made, and it's turning out beautiful again. So this program, this our platform is a platform of relationship. We come here to find love, come here to find relationship, come here to find connection, to find our soulmates, and also learn how to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. So if you are there, you by chance you're looking for a partner, looking for a soulmate, looking for a connection, you can send us an invite. You come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, location, blood group, genotype, what you do for a living, and describe the kind of a partner you want. And we also handle issues if there's any challenge in a relationship and you want counsel, you want advice. You can always come up to the screen and tell us the kind of issues you have, and we have so many people in our platforms that can help you provide solution, provide advice, even from their life experiences. So it's a full package. What to do here is a complete relationship thing. We also learn how to make our relationship, to spice up our relationships, either through our tips on traveling, tips on food, tips on anything at all, health tips, what you can do to look good. We're also into kind of trying to bring out some small exercises one can do to keep fit, to have flat tummy. You know, flat tummy, I have a friend that's looking for a partner. She said that the person that is talking to her has a big stomach, that the man has big stomach and she has big stomach. How will they manage? So I told her, okay, we'll do something to trim down your stomach. So we also learn how to trim down our stomach and be in shape and be in top shape, because when you are in a good shape, you will be able to maintain a good relationship. You'll be able to have a very wonderful relationship. But if you are not in good shape, it can impact negatively on your relationship. So from time to time, we do chair yoga, we practicalize things that can help our relationship to blossom, that can make our relationship to be enjoyable. So anytime you see us live, you can bring your idea, your advice, your counsel, your own views on what you can do to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. So today we are making akara. As we said, akara is one of those things you can make in the comfort of your home, for your partner, for your children, for yourself. Because you practice self-love too. You have to love yourself. Yeah, you practice self-love. What you can make to do to make yourself to be happy, to spice up your own life, to live a healthy life, because akara is a healthy option. It's healthy because it is less carbohydrate, and even though you use oil to fry it, but then you can also check your oil. You can use a healthy option, healthy oil like sunflower oil or olive oil, and then you minimize the oil. It's not what you eat every day, so it shouldn't be an issue, it shouldn't be a problem. So as you are frying this akara, if you want us to practicalize any other thing, maybe to make more money next time, let us know so that we'll fix a date and we will come and make the money. And if you think there's anything, tell us how you make your own akara. What method do you use in making your own akara? Is it the same way we make our own that you make yours, or is your own a special way, so that we all can learn, because we all are still learning. So these are the first batches we've made already. This is the second batch. We have the third batch. Just hang on so that when we finish, we can now go and eat it together. Yeah. And mistakenly introduce oil, then introduce water into the akara. That's why it's making the sound. So as usual, because we have another set to make, and I don't want the oil to be sitting while we are preparing the next set, I'll just turn off the heat. I'll just turn off the heat so that it will be okay for us to make the next one. This is the second batch we've made. Very yummy. Very yummy. See, that one wants to fall down. We'll catch it. Very yummy and very fine. If you want to practicalize it, if you want to have a taste of it, send me a name, tell me, so that I can bring it for you. I can bring it for you to have a taste. It's delicious, sweet, delicious, yummy akara. Do you want to take out of it? See the second batch we've made. So we're going for the third one. Meanwhile, can we talk about something? The oil is getting reduced, so I'm topping it up because it's supposed to have enough oil. When it has enough oil in it, to make it to puff, to make it to roll, and to come out beautiful. So the oil got reduced because some got spilled. So that's why I'm topping up more oil to it. So What advice will you give to a lady who have a friend? If you're there, please, can you give her an advice? I'll pick it up. After this live, I'll pick up whatever information. Drop everything at the comment section or at the description. Or can join us in our platform. Join us in our platform, the Sketchy Vibes. We're into relationships. If you're a relationship person, of course, everybody's invited because we all are into one relationship or the other. If we're not, we have people that, or we are definitely going to be into one relationship or the other. We all need ourselves. We need each other to be able to grow, to learn. So add water to the... Don't add too much water, just enough to bring that. If you are joining us right now, this is Sketchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. Today we are making Akara. Akara is beans, is buns made with beans. So we've brought the beans, it's raw beans. We soaked it, made it to be soft, and we have put inside the blender now to blend it out. Blend it. If you are blending it and it's not moving, you find out that you find out that it requires more water. You just introduce a little bit of more of water so that you'll be able to blend it. So as I said, this thing is just, you just use your idea and get it right. Yes, it should be ready now. It's time to introduce all the ingredients. If you are joining us now, we are making Akara. Akara is buns made with beans. We use wash the beans. Use our pepper. This is the pepper. Introduce our onions. After blending the beans, you introduce all these things. You blend the beans first before you put all these ingredients, so that the beans will be smooth before you put these ingredients. Then remember to always add your seasoning to give it the taste. You can add salt, but somehow I prefer using seasoning instead of salt. I prefer using that seasoning instead of salt because I'm avoiding salt. Then you now introduce water. You add a little bit of more water so that you'll be able to blend it and make it form a good paste. A good paste that you'll be able to fry. And remember, we added more oil to the fire, so it's wise to put on the fire ahead of time to start getting heated. I've put on the fire because we added more salt, more oil. We just topped up oil, so that's why I'm putting on the fire now, so that it will start getting ready before we are set with the akara. So we've added, remember what I said, we use beans. You can buy the one that is already cleaned for you, has been peeled. You bring it to the house, soak it inside water, wait for it to get soft. Let it get soft to the point that when you pick the beans, you can cut it easily, cut it with your finger. Put inside the blender, add enough water, blend it to some extent, add your onions, add your pepper, add your seasoning or your salt. Make your fire, put oil in the frying pan and introduce the paste small, gently introduce it. Don't be in a hurry. Introduce this systematically so that it doesn't scatter. So as you are introducing the paste into the fire, you are watching it to make sure that the fire is not too much and is not too low. You instinctively know when it is okay, and you cook it for some time. When the color changes and you feel it is done, it is ready for eating. Or you can cut one and test. If you are not used to these things, you might need to check it out to make sure it's cooked before you bring it down. It's very easy. And remember, you can decide to do it over one weekend. Make enough that will last you for 1 full week. Like this ones I'm making is enormous. See what I've made already. I can't finish it in 2 days. So I'm going to put everything inside the freezer, put in a clean bowl, put inside the freezer. Any day I want, I take 4 or 5, put inside microwave, warm it, make my pap. As I said, you can use pap. If you can't have the normal one we used to use in the village, that's so in paste, you can use this dry one, make a paste with it. introduce hot water gently, it will form it will form up. When it forms up, you know it's cooked. You add your sweetener, and you can add a little bit of liquid milk to spice it up, and enjoy your meal with akara. As I said, we can even eat akara. Let's continue with our baking of akara here. Okay. It is ready. Yeah. This is the last batch for today. What other thing do you think we can practicalize? What other meal? What other delicacy do you think we can make? If it's African delicacy, we make nkwobi, we make isie, we make uba, we make okoroko, we make a lot of African delicacies. And if there's anyone you want us to practicalize, you can tell us so that we can work on it. Then you all remember to always taste your oil to make sure it's not too hot and it's not too cold. Otherwise, you make a mess of your job. I think it's okay. Then we'll start introducing the akara. Are you seeing me? This is our last batch for today. Introduce the akara. You see how I'm doing it? Gently, gently. I won't let it scatter. And see what just happened now? If you are not careful, it will splash all over and they will not come out well. So you gently, gently introduce the akara. Systematically, one after the other, so that you have a good result. How do you make your own akara? Please, let's see at the comment section. Where are you watching me from? How do you make your own akara? And will you want us to try moi moi or another type of beans food? What other type do you know apart from akara? Increase your fire because it is like it's getting reduced. So this is Catching Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We come to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship, come to find soulmates, and come to learn how to make our relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. If you are there, you want a partner, you want a soulmate, you want to find a relationship, you can send us an invite to bring up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, your location, your blood group, genotype, what to do for a living. Describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, she or he might even be there at the comment section waiting for you. A connection will just take place immediately. And if you want to come to our platform, we have a link. After the live, I'm going to drop a link at the comment section. The link will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. Today we are showcasing how to make akara, because you have to learn how to maintain a relationship. Some small delicacies you can do at home to bring your family together, to work together with your partner. Some small things you can be doing with your partner to make people bond better, and some small delicacies you can make to surprise him or her. Instead of buying everything at the store or at the shop every time, you can make all these small delicacies and use it to spice up your love relationship. And that's what we are practicing today. That's what I'm showcasing, how to make akara. So right now we're going to explain again how to make this akara. In case you're joining us right now, we make akara with beans. With beans. There are some that either you buy the ones that have been peeled or you buy the ones that has not been peeled. This one has been peeled. So you just get it, soak it inside water, wait for it to get soaked to the extent that you can easily break it with your fingers, with your bare fingers. You use that to know that it is ready for blending. Then when it is soaked and ready for blending, introduce into your blender, add your onion, add your pepper, add your seasoning. Seasoning can be salt or anything. Then add a little bit of water, turn it, and put on the fire. Put your oil in a frying pan. Bring the oil to a certain heated position or heated degree. Test it. introduce a little bit of the akara to make sure the oil is not too hot. To make sure the oil is not too hot, then you now add the rest of the akara inside the oil. You observe it. If the fire is too much, you reduce it. If it's okay, you leave it today. When it's cooked, you know. When it's cooked, it will be brownish, and instinctively you know that it has been on the fire long enough to have been cooked. You bring it out and can serve it, as you said, either with akamu, the akamu, or you can serve it with, like yesterday night, I I had some with this. It's a custard package. Custard is quite nice. Or you can use tea, or you can use juice. You can use anything at all to eat it. It's a nice delicacy. And remember, it's high protein. In case you are running away from too much of proteinous food and too much of carbohydrate food, this is a good option for you. A very wonderful option. And it tastes delicious, very delicious and very fine. And if you're uncomfortable with the oil, you think the oil is not going to give you what you want, you can use a healthy option. Either you use olive oil or sunflower oil, or use any kind of oil that is healthy. You have your good results, and you'll be happy with yourself. So what other thing do you want us to practicalize next time? What do you want us to practicalize next time? Do you want us to practicalize akara again, or moi moi, or buns, or fish roll, or just any kind of delicacy you want us to practicalize, so that we all will learn? Because we must learn small things that will make us to always have our partners running back home for our meals. All these small things, they go a long way. And if you are a guy there, you can send this video to your partner. It's ready. I'm turning off the heat now. I'm turning off the heat now. And that's the last batch. We have made 3 batches of akara today. So I would like you to have a test, but unfortunately I don't know where to send it to. Where do I send your own to? Let me know exactly where you want me to send it to, so I can send you your own. There's joy in sharing. So please, if you are a guy and you are watching this video, send it to your partner. Let her learn how to make akara, so that she can be making, or learn it by yourself. You surprise her with it. It's very easy. A lot of people don't know it's very easy. See how fine it is. It comes out like even puff puff, but it's not puff puff. This is akara. This bean made with beans. This buns made with beans, and very easy to make. Very delicious, very enjoyable. Anybody can make it anytime. When you make it, put inside your freezer, store it there. It can last for 2 months. Yes, if you store in the freezer, it can last as long as possible. Anytime you want, you just take out 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how hungry you are. Put inside the microwave, cover it, give it like 2 minutes. It will be defrosted. It will come back alive, fresh, and you enjoy it anytime. And can use it to serve people. Visitors just come around, you don't know what to serve them. Oh, remember you have akara in the freezer. You pick it up, warm it, and serve them, and you are good to go. So this is Sketchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We come to find love, come to find connection, come to find relationship, come to find our soulmates, and learn how to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. Anytime we are alive, it's time for matchmaking. If you don't want to join us on the screen to tell us your name, your age, genotype, blog group, what you do for a living, and describe the kind of a partner you want, you can join us in our community where we do matchmaking. After this live, I'm going to drop a link either at the comment section, at the bio, at the description, or anywhere around the video. It will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. Who knows, your partner might even be there already waiting for you. Or you can drop all your information at the comment section there. Drop information about your name, your age, location, blog group, genotype, what you do for a living. Describe the kind of a partner you want. Tell us the age range of the partner you want. Drop it at the comment section. After the live, I'll pick it and work on it for you. So this is what we have today. We have showcased how to make akara. We have showcased that how to make a pap too. You check it somewhere in the video section, you see how to make pap. I practicalized it. It's a combination, it's a perfect match for akamu, for akara, to make akamu and akara. It gives you a perfect meal. So this is what we've brought today. Let's hear what you have to say. Please like this video, put your comment, share it, let it go around so that everybody will get to learn how to make all these small delicacies that will spice up our relationships and make our relationship to sweet, that will keep our men home, that will make our women to run and come back home to prepare some delicacy for the husband, that will make you say, darling, come back quick, I'm making akara today. You will see him running, he will forget about other commitments that may have made him to stay late. He will come back because you are making akara, sweet delicious akara. We also can make more money. If you want us to make more money, drop your information, whatever you want us to practicalize. If we don't know how to do it, you come on that particular date and teach us. You buy the condiments and come, then you teach us how to make it, and we all learn. We are all into this together. We all have to learn how to spice up our relationship. We all have to learn how to make our relationship to become sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. That's what we're here for. Whatever thing we do on this platform is just things that can help us improve our relationships, that can help us maintain a good, wonderful, sweet, lasting relationship. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate. Please, as I said, like this video, drop your comment and share, and let it go around for people to get to learn that it's not only in the shops that you can get all these delicacies. These delicacies can even be made in the comfort of your homes with your loved ones helping you or waiting on you to finish for him to have a test. Thank you. See you same time next week. Bye.